What's up? We are back with another amazing wig installation. I am with Sensationnel again because it's one of my favorite brands, and this is one of their new wigs. So you guys, you're in for a treat. So stay tuned. You're gonna want to watch this. So Sensationnel came out with the bare lace glueless wig. This one is in the style Daria, and it is a wide part wig. Now normally I be scared of wigs that have a certain part that means you can't really flip it another way, or you can't really do too much plucking. Not this wig. This wig was absolutely stunning, especially for it to be synthetic. It didn't even feel synthetic, and the way the curls were just bouncy and just beautiful. Oh my gosh, guys. Like, for one, this was loosely curled at the end, as you can see, so it gave that nice like grown and sexy feel. The highlights were definitely it for this look. So a little bit more about this specific hair, because like I said, it is new. It is a non-lift melt bare lace. So for one, that means that once you put this lace on, it's really going to adhere to your head. So when I put this on my mother's head, which is my model for today, I actually didn't have to glue it down because it was very snug and it melted, which you guys will see later on in this video. And on top of that, it comes with a pre-plucked hairline with baby hairs, but your girl, I have grown out of the baby hair stage and we are on to just a natural, nice hairline, which I will be showing you guys what the hairline looks like while it's plucked, from me that is, and what it looks like coming out of the box itself with the wax stick and without the wax stick. Another thing about it that I liked about this wig is that the wide part for the parting of the hair, it was deep. So you know how some parted wigs, they sit in a really weird, unnatural looking spot. Not this wig. This wig looks absolutely stunning. And then the hair also gave off like this matte type of feel, which I've never seen that before. Like, you know how some wigs you get, super shiny, that's nice, luster and all, but this one gave off matte, and I actually liked the matte look. It just made it like more deep and sultry for this specific look. And then I do like the fact that the lace material wasn't too thin, because when I say thin, meaning like it wasn't easy to rip. Like, it was okay for me to like tug at it the way I needed to make sure it was in the right position on her head as well. So this hair, like I said, is synthetic. It's also curly. It's a bob. It was 12 inches, and specifically this is the Daria wig. And when I tell you, everything about this hair was just amazing, absolutely amazing. So what I went ahead and did, which you guys didn't see me do, was I gelled down my mom's hair, and I also wanted to go ahead and tint the lace. So I recommend tinting your lace with like your contour or bronzer shade, for one, just because your forehead is a little bit darker than the middle of your face, and when you go to do makeup or anything for that nature, if you use a foundation at your skin tone, it's going to make your lace look really, really light. And then when you do your makeup, it's going to show against that bronzer that you're going to put at the top of your head. So be sure to use like your contour or bronzer shade for your lace. It makes the melt just all the better. And what I'm also doing here is making sure that that wig stays and sits in the spot that I want it to, because you don't want to put your lace on and then the lace is uneven, meaning you have more lace on one side, and then no, we're not doing that. So as you can see, as I tinted the lace with the product that I used, I was in love. Like, it literally looked like, all right, at the top of that skin, as soon as I cut off this extra lace, y'all are gonna be like, that's her hair coming out of her head. Absolutely. So another thing that I also liked about this hair was that it still gave life. It was a comfortable wig. It was definitely breathable. And my mom, she just was ranting about this wig. She was like, it's so nice, it's so grown and sexy, and she's never actually had blonde highlights on black hair before, and she hasn't had black hair for a while. So the fact that she had this one on, it was absolutely amazing. And then for you guys looking, if you didn't see it, you know what I'm going to say now too as well. Yes, I use a skin protectant. You always want to use a skin protectant before you put any chemical on your face. And I am using the Bold Hold Lace Glue. I'm only going to do like 2 layers, as you can see. And then where I'm putting it is right in front of her hairline, not on her hair, so it's not snatching out any edges. And I'm going to let that dry down first and get clear before I put the next layer on. And then after I put the next layer on, I'm going to do the same thing again and let that lace dry down clear before I actually put the lace on there. Now, another tip, because I've seen some people kind of mess up this part when they go to put their lace on. So wherever your glue stops, meaning like in the front of the forehead, so not the glue closest to your hairline, but a little bit further on your forehead, that's where you want to put that hairline at. You don't want to sit it too far back and you just got random glue showing. You want to make sure you sit that glue right on that hairline and really press it in, which you guys will also see me do with my rat tail comb. The technique that I do for that as well is literally I hate the word stab, but that's essentially what I'm doing with the teeth of the combs, or the comb teeth. I stab the lace into her skin, and then I also comb the hair back so that way the hair lays down. That way there's not any hair in the glue or just all over the place, because you don't want the hair to set in place of the glue. So stab that lace in there, and I mean really stab it in there, and then have whoever you're doing your hair, if you're doing your own hair, hold that lace in place so it's not moving or pulling as you're doing it. But also if it's pulling while you're doing it, then you need to go ahead and loosen up that wig, because that means that wig is probably too tight. So as you can see here, I have my mom holding the wig, and now I'm working on her ear sections, and the ear section is normally the hardest part. So definitely have them hold that side of the wig as you go. Another thing that I wanted to tell you guys too is once you apply this on, then for the part, I would say go in with the foundation shade of your choice, because your scalp is lighter than that front part of your forehead, because obviously as your hair covers your scalp, it's not going to get as much sunlight. So if you want that natural looking scalp part too, or you don't want nothing orangey looking, definitely use your foundation shade. So yes, right now, as you can see, I am stabbing the hair and stuff into her skin, and I'm really making sure it So after I got that on, I'm going to go ahead and take my wax stick now, because we don't want no lumps and bumps and humps in our hair. We got to make sure it's nice and flat. I'm going to take that wax stick, and then I'm going to make sure that hair is laying down. And then also too, I'm going to take my wig band and let that sit on. And it's going to sit on for a while as I'm like flattening the top of her hair as well. So I'm going to take my hot comb. And also the thing about this is the hair, if I'm not mistaken, you don't want to go too hot on like your hot comb or your flat iron or whatever you're using, because this is a synthetic wig. And for my hot comb, I think it was like on level 15. Honestly, I don't know what that equates to on like as far as the degree, but if you feel like it's way too hot, then definitely turn it down. I think the hair is safe up to 350 to 400 degrees, but I think I was in a safe zone anyway, so I didn't really have to worry about it too much. But now, as that band is on, I do like to shift my wig band down a little bit as I am using the hot comb too, just so I can get to that hairline and really press it back to and melt it in as well. But I am going to rake her hair with my fingers now, and I'm really going to set that like part in place and loosen up some of the curls at the end, just so it gives a little bit more of a playful look. And honestly, it did exactly what I needed to do, and this hair was just so gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Now, though this wig is new, it can be found in your local beauty supply store. Depending on what beauty supply store you're at, it can retail at different prices, but I do know that when it comes to Sensational, they have amazing affordable prices with great quality hair, so that way you're not breaking your pockets, or what I like to call your beauty on a budget. So definitely run to the beauty supply store right now and go get this hair. They also have other ones as well, but if you're looking for something quick, on a quick go out, whatever the case may be, you definitely want to hit this up. Now I'm going to go in with an eyebrow razor. I like to use this because it's easier for me to get that jagged cut, because I feel like a straight cut just makes your hair look rounded, and it makes it look like it's not a real cut, like it's not really your hairline. Some people like to use scissors. I find it easier for me to just use the razor, because it gives that jagged cut anyway. And I'm just going to cut off the excess lace. Another technique that I like to use when it comes to plucking, because some people like to be very specific. Mine, honestly, I just find that it's easier for me to essentially bounce all over the place as I'm plucking, because I also feel like it creates a natural hairline. None of my hairlines are ever the same on any of the wigs I pluck because of the way that I do it. So if you're looking for more of a natural hairline, definitely use the bouncing method. Some people use like a skip a certain amount. I just bounce all over the place and pluck until I feel like the hairline looks nice. Another thing I did was I took whatever was left on the brush that I used to tint the lace, and I put that over the edge of the lace that I just cut off, just to really marry everything together again and make sure that that lace was nice and melted. And then just for the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, I also took the Spritz hairspray and I sprayed it on the back of my hand, and now I'm using my finger to dab it in on the lace to really melt it and make it invisible, which it really wasn't too much work for that, because like I said, the lace itself did majority of the work and it looks absolutely stunning. And this is the finished result after doing my mom's makeup and everything. So if you're watching this too and you see this makeup video, be sure to go check the most recent video on my channel so you can see how I achieved this look. But look at this hair. Everything looks stunning. She looks absolutely gorgeous. She was so happy after I finished. Not me in the back looking like a booger wug, but I mean, hey, it looked absolutely nice. You can see the hairline, like, oh my gosh, the highlights, like, look at this. The Y part, honestly, I'm onto a new wig now. Like, I love, you know, full lace, cool and all, yes, but that Y part is definitely something I would do because it's easy, just like it already has a style to it. I would definitely recommend this. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Let me know in the comments down below if you love this hair, and yeah, like I said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.